morning, everyone. This is Mrs. Rathbone, and I am telling stories out of this wonderful storybook Bible today, and it's written by Bishop Desmond Tutu. And today we are on chapter 3, which is out of the book of Genesis, chapter 3, and the title is Leaving the Garden. In the middle of the Garden of Eden grew a very special tree. God said to Adam, "You must not eat the fruit from this tree." In the garden lived a serpent that liked to make mischief. The serpent said to Eve, "If you eat the fruit from this tree, you will become like God. You will know everything." The fruit looked ripe and juicy, so Eve picked one and tasted it. Then she handed it to Adam, and he ate it too. As they chewed, the fruit began to taste bitter, and their smiles turned to frowns. That evening, God walked in the garden and called to them, "Adam, Eve, where are you?" But Adam and Eve were hiding. They were afraid because they had disobeyed God. "Why are you hiding from me?" God said. "Did you eat from the tree in the middle of the garden?" "Eve made me do it," said Adam. "The serpent made me do it," said Eve. God let out a deep, disappointed sigh. Not only had they disobeyed him, they hadn't even said they were sorry. God punished the serpent, and Adam and Eve had to leave the gorgeous garden. From then on, they had to work hard in fields to grow food, but God still loved them and watched over them wherever they went. The prayer at the end of this chapter says, "Dear God, help me to do what is right and to remember that you love me even when I am wrong." What do you think of that? How do you feel when you do something wrong? Do you feel bad, guilty? Do you get a kind of knot up here? I know, I do. And if I don't say sorry, what happens to that knot? Oh, it gets much bigger and it gets twisted. And every time I see the person who I should have said sorry to, I feel worse and worse. And sometimes it gets so bad that I can even turn it into anger toward that person when it's actually my fault. So I've discovered that it's much better to say sorry. Much better. If I've made a mistake, most of the time I won't have done it on purpose. And if I say I'm sorry and I mean it and I repent, things turn around. I feel better. The person who I hurt feels better. And ultimately, it's what God is asking us to do, right? There are two important things he asks us to do: love him and love others. So, it seems like a fairly simple thing to do, doesn't it? You bet. Okay, my darlings, I love you, and I'll see you